Big Ten team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see the #2 team in the country, the Boise State Broncos, taking on a team looking for its first win, the Ole Miss Rebels. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Rebels will put toe to leather to crank us up. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. So the Boise State Broncos offense will have the first possession of the game. And here he comes, just jogging onto the field, but what's going fast, the heart rates of everybody in this crowd, Jesse.
Well, this is a special player. All eyes in the stadium on this guy. And David, you know the defense, they're going to have to find a way to try to slow this guy down.
And he's going to touch it every single play. He'll be the main focal point. Can he handle the pressure? Can he handle the big moments? Can he handle this stage and lead his team in a big moment?
This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player, you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged. But when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Stuffed almost in his tracks, but strong enough to pick up 1 to the 35. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking downfield, it's Turner. Working that left side now. Just trucks through it. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
The Broncos are on the move.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? These guys have really performed at a high level in SEC play, and the task is to try to keep this groove going.
Yeah, when you start the season like this, man, this is exactly what you drew up. Win your conference. Be great in your conference. Get to the conference champion.
What a snag by the defense. Taking it the other way. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big interception early. That should be massive for their confidence.
Here comes the offense on first down. This guy can throw it. Had to get rid of it quickly. Incomplete, and they tried to catch him flat-footed on first down, but the defense was ready. After the misfire, it's 2nd down. He's looking to throw. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
Man, you can't draw it up any better than that. First possession, force a 3rd down. You want to shut the home crowd up, sack the quarterback, create some momentum. Now you're getting the football back to your offense, probably with great field position.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45.
Got it.
Boise State ready to send out that offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Well, with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They'd just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough movement up front, but they finally got it there, picking up the first. Let's see what happens next.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
The give to the back. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there. And the Broncos will hustle to the line. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Got all he needed for the first down, and then he gets down on the slide. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Goes to the option. The pitch. He's loose. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Boise State.
And this is why you consistently run the football. A steady diet because you can break the long touchdown runs. Nice job breaking through the line of scrimmage, outrunning the rest, getting in for the long touchdown run.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And he put an exclamation point on that drive with a 29-yard touchdown. Kickoff team is on the field. They'll try to drive this one deep. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
He's going to pass on second down. He's got his man, makes the grab. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down. Fresh set of downs after the completion.
Nice job by the running back catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
It's caught downfield. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Rebels!
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy shows you right there a difficult guy to stop now if you're this defense moving forward.
On the move from inside his 5. He's got great speed. Got a little room. Can they catch him? He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Broncos. He is a field-flipping machine. Take it on one end, return it to the other.
And now you get to celebrate. What a beautiful job. We always talk about defense. We always talk about offense. But, man, when your special teams come through for you and score, it is huge, and it provides such a boost for the crowd.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Top 15 teams colliding today in a huge matchup, and it's now a final. Texas A&M overcame a sloppy start and just put the finishing touches on a notable road win. And to pick yourself up and dust yourself off away from College Station, these Aggies got to be thrilled with this result. No cupcakes this week, fellas. This top 15 battle was much anticipated, and at least one side can say it's a game they'll savor for some time.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. They get him down after the scramble, but he's able to pick up a few and turn it into a positive play. He wants to throw here on second down. Getting some heat. And he can't escape, and down he goes. And the Rebels are in the hurry-up. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Makes the grab. It's Garrison. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down. The Rebels will have it 1st and 10.
Man, it's nice having a QB that is going to hang in there. You could tell, hanging in there, he knows he's going to get hit, right? If I'm going to get hit, I might as well make a completion. Great job hanging in there, throwing the football on target and getting the completion.
On second down, he'll let it fly. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit. It'll take some work to get to the sticks. It's 3rd and long from the 30. He's looking downfield to throw. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And the Rebels send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. There wasn't much need to throw it around on that last drive for the touchdown, Jesse. They got it done running the ball.
And David, I don't think you have to overthink this thing. If they can't stop you running it, why would you stop handing it off? Just keep at it here on this drive.
Well, and if I'm the defense, I'm making some changes. I'm bringing in more big bodies. I'm playing more aggressive towards the line of scrimmage. I am not going to let them have that kind of drive again.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance. And now on 2nd down for this offense. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection. It's caught. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a 1st down at the 43. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Had it in his hands and he dropped it. Thought he had another big play and interception. He'll have to settle for the PBU. It's 2nd down. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Ruiz. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on 2nd down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain.
He is smashing people. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the 1st down at the 36. That's the end of the quarter, and Boise State has the lead. We've put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the 2nd quarter. They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. They're getting this guy lathered up. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, he was trying to do it all by himself. At the end of the day, it's a tackle for loss.
I mean, the number of tackles he broke, at some point, somebody's got to get blocked to help the guy out a little bit.
Man, the defense was like a bunch of zombies on that last play. They just would not.
Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Line gets set, first down. They're going to throw it to start the drive. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Ready?
Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again.
Here we go.
He'll keep it himself. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And they run the option, and you can just tell, man, the timing of that wasn't set up well, and the quarterback looked a little bit clunky, and that play went absolutely nowhere.
On the set.
They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long.
Easy.
Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. The Rebels will call on their punt team. Catches it at the 15. He'll get it to about the 25 before they put a stop to the return. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
He's got it. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play.
Black 24. 42.
Going up top on first down. Fires to the wideout. Makes a connection. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
On
The
zone.
Broncos getting set on 1st and 10.
Cobra.
Use the play fake. Now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Well, on that last play, you'd like to see the quarterback be a little bit more accurate and give his guy a chance to make the play. That ball wasn't even close to his intended target's body.
Second down coming up.
Get set. Get set.
Quick completion to the right. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
When we see another catch by this guy, this defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Finds his big tight end. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. You don't want to have to settle for the field goal down here. When you have a red zone weapon like this dude, use him.
Yeah, and when you get in this area and you've got that big...
And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Broncos!
And the running back gets his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game. You want to continue to feed this guy. You could tell he's got a nose for the end zone, knows how to get in there, knows how to make things happen.
Lining up to add another. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And it was capped off with the 8-yard run. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score. And the heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. And that pass intercepted. Touchdown, Boise State. What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
I'll tell you what, as a DB, you're lucky if you get one pick six in your entire football life. This guy had one last game. He's got one this game. Quarterbacks are going to stop throwing his way.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Cincinnati is just getting blown off the field right now. I mean, like them or hate them, I think anyone would agree this is tough to watch. They're trailing by 14 to Washington. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Looking for a productive play on first down. Touch pass on the run. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. And the Rebels racing to the line in the hurry-up. Wants to throw on second down. Got his man on the outside. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. They'll try to pop the draw. And they did not let him get to that first down line. It'll bring up a call here. The Rebels will punt this one away. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. Boise State ready to send out that offense. Man, what a drive last time for the touchdown. That passing attack was lethal, David. He unleashes a long one. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
Well, I love the effort by the quarterback here. He extends the play. Nothing open right away. There's a little bit of pressure. He gets to the outside, tries to take a shot down the field, just not on the same page with his intended target.
Makes it past the marker. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
There's an example of the offense taking advantage of all the attention the defense is giving this outstanding running back. Remember, he's one of the best in the game. They're expecting him to get the football. So the quarterback says, you know what? I'll just keep it. No one's keying on me. I'm going to get up.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And the DB making a huge play, knocking it away downfield. Couldn't get anything done on first down. Now 2nd and 10 from the 46. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Looking for a man. It's Turner. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Misses again. It's incomplete, and that's 3 in a row.
3rd and long situation. They try to go screen. I think they were hoping it was going to be a big zone and they could get those offensive linemen down the field, but the defense sniffed it out, forcing the incompletion.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Fair catch called for and made. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm.
And the quarterback caught up 2 and sacked at the 12.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field.
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack.
Man, I think this quarterback needs to take his offensive line out for dinners more often because they're not protecting him. And sometimes it doesn't even look like they're trying. That now the 6th sack of the game for this defense.
And the returner will be brought down. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
No, he just flat ran over him. And he's able to shed 1 tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant first-half performance. Caught over the middle. It's Ruiz. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing first downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys in the field. Stringing first downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
And the Broncos will line it up on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. The sweet feet buy a little time. Tipped ball, put it up for grabs, and I thought he had it, but somehow it slithered through his fingers.
Defense doing a great job watching the quarterback's eyes and breaking on the ball. They already have 2 picks in the game, and they swat that one away. They are doing an awesome job in coverage.
To the air, it's Turner. Quarterback moving. He caught it. They will score. Touchdown, Broncos. They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point sails through, and they have a 35-7 lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the capper, a 19-yard toss for the touchdown. The kickoff team out there and ready to go. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Reese, they got to...
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Out of the backfield, he's open. And they finally haul him down, but not before the good catch and run. And the Rebels want to move quickly. They'll throw it on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment and they've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
Pocket starts to collapse. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Man, this quarterback is going to need an ice bath when this game is over because he is getting whacked. We've seen him go down. He's been sacked time and time again. He just got nailed another time on that last play.
Fires one high and deep. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down.
Really nice play by the defender, being in a good position for that deep ball down the field, not letting the receiver put his big body on him, go up over top. The only thing that could have been better is that thing tipped to another defender, and it was an interception, but great coverage by the defender.
They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. They've got time, they've got the lead, and David is sort of like a doctor. First, do no harm.
Do no harm, but...
And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18. So let's see if they can make up for that loss on second down from the 18. Quarterback will audible. Wants to throw, it's Turner. Trying to burn this defensive back. Makes a catch on the left. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
Timber.
To the air on first down. Feeling some heat. Going to try to get it himself. And it'll be a short game, but no need to take a big hit there on the scramble. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Quarterback wants to throw on second down. At the 35, he's got room. He's run out of bounds, but not before, turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
And you're seeing here the difficulties defenses have trying to contain this guy. If you leave a lane open or you don't sack him right away, you allow him to get outside the pocket, he is going to take off, and he is very difficult to tackle in the open field. He's got running back-like ability out in space.
That late in the half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. So the offense doesn't want to take a chance here. They'll just come out and take a knee and wrap up the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Gentlemen, tough to beat the pageantry and tradition there today in Oxford. 2 quarters of both sides feeling each other out. And it's likely to come down to which offense can find a way to generate some big plays. Adjustments will be a part of it. Maybe it's time these typically conservative play callers open up the playbook. Nothing crazy, but a calculated risk here and there to try to gain an edge in what's been a stalemate. And with that, let's head back to the Grove at our fellas at Vaught Hemingway Stadium.
The Broncos will boot it away to start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Got blown out in the first half and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the third quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it, and I don't know how to describe it as a coach or as a player, but you got to make something happen, and it's got to start on this drive.
Not a lot of productivity on that last play. They'll try it again on 2nd and long from the 23. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
And he made the read off of the RPO, and he decided to take off, run the football. But, man, you got to take care of that thing. Fumbles the football. The defense gets the ball back.
Boise State ready to send out that offense. They kicked a field goal on the last drive, Jesse. They've got the lead. Don't make a dumb mistake, but maintain your aggressive play calling.
Yeah, no doubt. And I think it's the play caller right now just taking a look at that script he's got in front of him and finding out where are my playmakers, who can we take advantage of on this defense to get a touchdown here, David.
Yeah, and just keep moving the ball down the field. Just execute a little bit better in the red zone. There's no need to panic. We're moving the football, and we got the lead.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone. Is still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. They'll leave it with him. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride, and they want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the 1st.
And the Broncos will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. Floating away. Touchdown, Broncos! And the stomping has commenced. If these guys wanted to make a statement, statement has been delivered.
It's your job to stop them. Oh, don't run the score up. Well, do something about it. The defense has to step up and make plays. Obviously, they're not willing to do that, so just keep running plays and keep scoring.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Baylor sparkled today in a dominant road win. In fact, by the 4th quarter, it almost felt like this game was being played in Waco. That's how much they took the crowd out of it. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update.
Set, go!
Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
Great heads-up awareness by the cornerback on that play. He saw the receiver get the ball. He shot downhill and made a nice tackle.
Pound 55, wheat.
The give to the tailback. He stopped again. They went right back to him, and he still found no running room at all.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. The Rebels will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. They'll start this drive 60 yards in front of them from their own 40. Off play action on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. Back to throw, it's Turner. Going downfield for the big play. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
I really like this slot receiver because of his shiftiness, and you see that on his route running. Really, really nice job creating separation for his QB.
Offense gets set for second down. They'll give it to the back. Got room at the 35. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
And that's all you want, right? You want that first down. Understand the situation. Understand I got to get north and south, get a first down, get a new set of downs.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Right back to the well. Turns it on in midfield. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field, what a big gain for the offense.
And the Rebels have it with a 1st and 10. Quarterback on the keeper. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense understanding, listen, that QB is a threat, and they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. He'll do it himself. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
3rd and short in college football today. You see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. Oh, that one will leave a mark. No good. And I guess they wanted to draw a little closer. Instead, they're still way, way behind. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead, Palmer.
Yeah, and defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen yet.
Looking to throw, it's Turner. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Fires downfield. Complete to the right. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes a stop. It's 1st and 10. They've moved it to the 41. Quickly out to the tight end. Just steamrolling his way through. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. Inside the 15, 1st and 10 from the 14. Try to get it to the edge. Keeps the legs moving. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
The closer you get to the end zone, the more you start to bring big bodies on the field, right? The field shrinks. I'm worried about you running the football, particularly up the middle. But how about the offense? Does a nice job tossing the ball on the perimeter, going out there, getting some positive yards, trying to get 7. I ain't settling for no field goal.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second down. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up third and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second.
Touchdown, Boise State! And the pummeling has started.
You just simply can't say enough about this guy and what he has meant to this offense. Big-time players make big plays in big games. He has shown up each and every week. That's his 15th rushing score on the season.
And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays, and they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25.
Got it.
Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a higher level.
They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. He's got it down the middle. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On third and long, try to convert through the air. Caught near the sideline, it's Garrison. The Rebels will punt it away on fourth down. He'll try to really get into this one. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. Line gets set, first down. Now on the option. Fights off a defender. He'll toss it. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
This defense obviously knows they've got to be able to stop the run if they're going to win this football game. And you wonder if they've been able to make some tweaks and adjustments to try and take this running back away.
Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. To the air, it's Turner. Might be looking to run. He'll fire to his right. Catch inside the 30 and still running. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Hold it. Offense.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover.
Ready up.
Quarterback empties his backfield. On third and long, no secret what he needs here. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. The Broncos decide to punt it away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Here comes the offense on second down.
They're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical. They're too fast, and they force a negative play.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. Here they come, facing third and long from the 40. They go to the draw. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. And the Rebels will send out the punt unit. Looks it all the way in and now turns his attention upfield. He gets it out to the 17, the cover unit right there to make the stop. That's the end of the quarter and Boise State has the lead. Well, guys, so far, this has been a massive beatdown, and it would appear the biggest challenge is what kind of records can they set as we have a look at the third quarter stats. First down to start the drive after the break. Give to the running back. Can't come in half-stepping to tackle this guy. Too much strength and power. He's up to the 25.
That's such a nice start to this drive, too, because you've got the lead late and you want to run the football. You want to be physically dominant. Defense knows you're going to do it, and still, on the very first play of the drive, you're able to rip off a long run like that. Great vision there, and a nice job up front with the surge by the O-line.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Leaves it with the running back. And he's able to shed one tackle and gets a pretty good pickup.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Now he's looking to throw it. Firing to the right, complete. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Let's see what they do on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. Someone not clear on the snap count. It'll be a false start, and they'll move it back.
False start, offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And the Broncos line up to punt it away. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Offense getting set for first down.
Here we go.
To throw, it's Larson. Got rid of it just in time. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Still on the 35-yard line, they'll try it again on 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. They're trying to get to him. And the quarterback is snowed under. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Rebels will line up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Signals for the fair catch, and that's where they'll put it in play just outside the 20. A first down for the offense.
42 Spider. 4-2.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. They'll start this drive with a pass. Flushed out of the pocket. They're working that left side. This is the kind of run that falls in the category of sanctioned violence as he's up to the 31. How about this? They go empty 5 wide on 2nd and 2. He's looking to throw. Fires to the right. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. Big 3rd down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. They'll try to get it through the air. Fires to the big fella. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
Just beautiful, and that's a great feeling as a quarterback when you make that throw, and it keeps your offense on the field, keeps the offense in rhythm. Obviously not as good as throwing a touchdown pass, but I'll tell you this, way better than having to trot off over to the bench and wait for your turn to get another shot.
And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
I'll tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands, and you saw it on that last play.
They keep attacking through the air. Looking downfield. Finds a man on the right. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks. The Broncos are on the move. Comes out throwing on first down. He makes the connection. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give him a first down. First snap in the red zone on this drive.
Green 25.
Trying to cap this drive with the pass. Quick strike complete. Tackled almost immediately. They're well short of the first down.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on you.
He's got it and still on his feet. Touchdown, Broncos! And the route is on. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. James Madison went scorched earth in a double-digit win that might have been worse had they not sat the starters there in that fourth quarter. Total destruction by the Dukes. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. Big play for this offense as they get it to the 32. That completion delivers a first down. Looking to move it through the air. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away. The incomplete pass leaves them with second down. Dropping back, it's Larson. Fires to the right. It's a fumble. And the defense has got in there trying to pick up some yards.
Nice heads-up play by the defense to jump on that ball after it got popped out.
Boise State ready to send out that offense. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Trying to get behind the defense. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down. You have a big lead in the fourth quarter. When you do that, the only explanation for it is you're trying to send a message by sticking in another touchdown.
Yeah, and saying, listen, it's your job to stop us, and right now we're eating you alive. So I think, you know, there's some psychological warfare, right? There's some, I'm going to get in your head. There's some, I want to beat you on recruiting trail and in the future, and, you know, kind of take that, a little rub their nose in it.
And the Broncos have it with a 1st and 10. Pressure coming. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body. Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. They'll go back to the air on second down. Makes the grab on the left. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. Fast motion from the offense. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. He's got him along the sidelines, and the foot is clearly down for the catch, and they'll move the chains.
Okay, ready?
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. He wants to throw. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He'll just keep slinging it. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. Now facing a 3rd and long. They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. In his sophomore season, he's really learned to find that running room.
Well, as a defense, you know this is going to be a challenge every time you face this offense. They're one of the 25 best in the nation at getting first downs because they can pick them up in a variety of ways, including running the football. You have got to be physical.
He's going for it all. Oh, picked off.
Never say die attitude, and I love that, especially these young players, because they're out there competing. And I know the scoreboard right now doesn't look pretty. They're not going to come back and win this football game, but I just love kids that are competing until there's zeros on the clock.
Finds his man. It's Garrison. And he'll be marked down right there, still short of the first down.
I think in this situation, 2 minutes, trailing late, I think you got to be thrown to the sticks every time. I don't know if these short completions are going to get it done. You're just not going to have enough time to get down the field. So from a play calling standpoint, I think you want to think about being a little bit more aggressive.
And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical.
He's loose on the right. Past the 20. And he'll take it in for the touchdown. It won't have... the outcome of the game, but it is a fabulous parting gift, a consolation prize, if you will.
Yeah, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note, a little bit.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll start the return inside his 5. Slips through the line. Just barely able to stop him. He almost housed that baby. The nice return there. That last line of coverage is the only thing that stopped him from scoring. A quick pass to the left. And he delivers the blow, and he's still running. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Cricket.
He's going to pass. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed. Running backs just have to be a weapon in the passing game, even for little dump-offs and checkdowns.
Yeah, find your matchups. I mean, you think about running back versus a linebacker. We like that matchup in space, and so find ways to get the football to your running back in space where he can break tackles and make things happen because they're just so dynamic.
On second down, wants to throw. Coming after him. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. And now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the second down misfire. Unloads to the wideout. Complete downfield. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
Cut, cut, cut.
They'll try the run. You're not getting him on the ground, still on his feet. They get the timeout called with 7 seconds left on the clock. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Steps away to find some room. And he was trying to cash in the end zone in this red zone threat, but it's incomplete. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Quarterback checking off.
Travel. Pilot.
They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And he takes it in on the final play of the game. You play through the echo of the whistle, and they did that with the ceiling touchdown.